All right, I can't believe I'm doing this, but enough people have asked about it, and I just got back from marinating. Let me tell you, Texas has been hot recently, and this is gonna be a quick one clip. Like, I got back at like 12:30 last night, and I wasn't about to take care of this mess. Probably one of the most abundant videos on YouTube. It's not a square. Did you notice it's not a milk crate? Certainly not the most exciting. I'm gonna get it loaded up so that you can see what it does. It's part of unloading the truck anyways, so conveniently for you, you'll get to see it. I'm not here to give you any answers. I'm not here to provide you with, you know, solutions. Here to inspire you, give you some ideas. You're gonna rock your own way, I promise. I know it. I believe in you, you can do it. It's like I tell my 6-year-old kid, hey, if you really think I did such a great job and you wonder why, it's cause I messed it up way more than you did. So, without any further ado, a kayak crate. Heck, we'll even flip this up for you so that you can see it. This right here, and I'll do an overlay. I don't have any type of link or nothing like that, but as you can see, this is a rectangle. It's not a square. This is one of the Lews crates. I like it because it's a little bit longer. Typically, what I will be running up here is my backpack that I've got a bunch of 3600 cases for, right? I can fit like 8 3600 cases, or I can put a swim bait box, 2 36s and 4 36, bunch of different stuff. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to see when I release that video. It is, I'm talking way out east, deep East Texas. This is my typical loadout, right? And then on top of that, you know, we'll get a couple rods here real quick. As you can see, it does a great job. These guys here, you can get them at Amazon, you can get them at Walmart, a bunch of different places. They do make some other ones, and again, for my situation, this is what I went with. Again, these aren't answers. These are things to inspire you to do some things to do things. You know, I got that free Tackle Warehouse set of pliers. Come on now. I do try to cable most things. We got plenty of that runs through here. This is a Old Town Autopilot AP120, and it normally has like a big cross section of this elastic, and so what I've done is I've kind of repositioned it, right? It doesn't run across from here anymore. It actually comes back, and you can see down in there, or you can't. Basically, there are some points to which this affixes on the hull of the kayak, and if you don't have an AP, then there are plenty of options that you can do this. One of my previous kayaks was the Lifetime Teton Tahoe, I don't know, it's the 12-footer. Anywho, awesome, did a bunch of mods to it. You can go back in my videos, check that stuff out. So the way that, you know, the reels seat down into there, I've not tipped this over. It's been in the river, it's been down a waterfall, whitewater I should say. This is all reachable, by the way. When I'm up in the seat, I can literally stand up and turn around. Heck, when my GoPro here, right, which I installed a Perco switch just like on a boat so that I have all the time power running through a Yellowtech pole. I literally stand up in my seat, turn around, I step here, and I can walk basically to the back of the kayak and mess with that pole, which also helps if you have to go to the back of the kayak and do things. Anywho, as far as attaching this stuff, I didn't want to go into a full breakdown. If you guys are interested, let me know. These are just, you know, some cheap screws from the hardware store. What works for you, right? I positioned the rod holders where I wanted them to be, and took a Dremel and just ran the holes through. They've got little mounting points here and here. As far as this guy up here, it attaches over my bag. So when I'm moving from spot to spot, heck, even when I prepped for this trip, these bags rode all the way there with me. This band just rolls over the top. As you can see there, I do it one-handed. All you do is roll that clip on and off, and voila. Now, as far as getting one of those clips, I don't know if that's an Old Town thing. I'm sure there's plenty of other options, right? It's an elastic clip, and it comes down here, it crosses over. When I am driving though, I'll typically, you know, lift this guy up, put this down, and it definitely locks it in there. If you have questions about the lights, I've got a bunch of that stuff on the other videos, power solutions for all that stuff. I know the lighting changes a lot with the GoPro, so, you know, a lot of that probably isn't visible. But in case you hadn't seen a ridiculous amount of rods, this is good for 10 rods, by the way. If I'm going somewhere and really don't have a clue what's going on, that kayak crate will hold 10 rods. Right, I can pop a rod in here, I can pop a rod in there, and I can have one that I'm fishing with. I will admit, that is a lot of fucking rods. Feels kind of silly when I do it, because once I get around fish and figure out what they're biting, the rest of the rods just stay there. But that's what fishing is for. That's why fishing is awesome to you, right? It's maybe from the bank, no electronics, one rod, one bait. And I'm freaking stoked for you. To me, it's therapeutic. It's a big giant puzzle. It's ever changing, right? It's a puzzle with pieces that change shapes every single time. So that's the deal. I really didn't even intend for this to be but like a 2 or 3 minute video. If you're still hanging out, I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to cut and edit. I have trips to East Texas. I have trips to the swamp. I've got trips to Pennsylvania. We've got largemouth. We've got catfish. We've got smallmouth catching. We've got a lot of stuff queued up. I'm behind. But I can't leave this shit baking in the sun. That's no good. We've got to take it out. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. This right here is not permanent, by the way. It may change. This is just the kayak crate that I'm running right now. It may change. In fact, it probably will at some point in time in the future. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying rad. Y'all be good. Go tug on them. Peace.